In there.
Ready,
hike up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. This is their second run of the day. So right now, my dogs are definitely a little bit more synchronized. Okay. And it always takes a little bit, especially on this uphill at the start, to get them all working together. And buddy. And that's when we do a lot of talking to them. And right now, I'm actually doing a lot of braking because they're doing excellent. They're really working together. And I'm just making sure that we stay behind the other sleds for now. Ready, hike up. This guy's like the watcher. Yeah, what sometimes helps with passing, that's why I asked him, because it's really tricky for the first team to be self-motivated, because they have to be really self-motivated to keep running there. And right now I noticed that they're a little bit distracted with some loose dogs that are around.
That makes sense.
And if they're just following, it's a little bit easier to be motivated. Good dogs. Mac, Norton, Norton. Norton is off. Good boy, Mac. Give them a bit of motivation, Nort. That's it. Good dogs. Good boy, Thumb. Good boy. I see these other dogs in front of them will sometimes help them, getting them a bit more excited. Yeah. Hop, 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 hop. There we go. Good dogs. That's it. Good dogs. Ooh. There we go. Good dogs.
That's beautiful out here.
Gorgeous, yeah. It's nice that it's so snowy now.
Yeah, we picked the right day to come out here.
Exactly, yeah. Have you been in Whistler for a few days?
Yeah, just got in on Sunday, so we got the rest of the week. Figure.
Oh, awesome. You got some nice sunshine in as well.
Yeah, exactly. And tomorrow will be a nice powder day in the morning.
Oh, lovely. Is this your first time in Whistler, or have you been here before?
It's her first time, my third time. It's heaven on earth out here, really. If you love snow and mountains, this is...
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing.
When did you move here?
I came to Canada in 2011 for just the summer.
And then stayed.
And I kept coming back. Yeah, I used to live in Alberta, actually.
Okay.
And I moved out here 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's amazing. I got to work with the dogs, and last year was my first year, and
Nice.
this is amazing. And it's really cool getting to know all these dogs and work with them.
Yeah, it's great that you guys have so many rescues here. That's really nice.
Oh, it's awesome. Easy, oh, dogs. Here they get a nice little
Oh.
break. There we go. And they always check back with me if I'm actually running on the uphills. Instead of looking, are you working as well? Yes, I am, dogs. I am. Don't you worry. I won't let you do all the work.
Oh.
And when we make the teams, we make sure that the dogs that are running next to each other definitely get along with each other, and also that they are in the right position. So stronger dogs in the back, they're called our wheel dogs, and then smarter dogs in the front. And then the young dogs are always somewhere in the middle, as well as the older dogs, because the positions in the middle are just a little bit easier. With an exception of Norton, because Norton is such an amazing leader that it just feels like a waste if you don't put him in lead. And lead is not that physically demanding. It's more like mentally demanding, because they really need to be focused and make sure that they don't turn around.
It makes sense, yeah.
Keep looking to make sure.
We're all still here.
How long does it take to train them from when, or how old do they start training?
They start when they're, like, it depends. The training starts pretty much right when they're born.
Wow.
First with their mom, making sure that they get the right place in the pack. The mom is really protective of them, and she makes sure that that happens. And then when they're about 6 months old, we take them out on the trail, so they just get to run along like these old dogs are doing right now. And then when they're about a year old, we let them pull a sled every now and then for 1 tour a day. And then slowly we build that up. And we just make sure that we have good partners for them, making sure that they get along with that partner, as well as that it's a good role model. Like Gunnar is great, but he's not a great puller. So you don't want to constantly train the same dogs with Gunnar, because he actually doesn't work that hard physically. So
Pick up bad habits from him.
he gets away with it because we need him in the pack, but he is also like 9 years old. So he does 1 tour a day. And then Fox right next to him, he does 2 tours a day, like he's still building up 2 to 3 tours. So after this tour, I get spares for both of them. And I've been looking at Claire, my little black dog. He's not been pulling much, so I'll probably request a spare for him as well.
It does not look easy.
No.
And now making one team is obviously quite easy with all those dynamics and knowing that. But then we make like 5 teams in the morning and 5 teams in the afternoon. So we have 10 teams, which is 80 dogs.
Wow.
And we have over 100 dogs, but still it's kind of a puzzle. So we don't always have the best of friends working together. Sometimes we need to compromise a little bit, and we just need to make sure that it kind of works. And that's actually how Sitka and Thumb found each other. We just needed a partner for Thumb because we had to change somebody out for his partner. And now they started working together and they absolutely love it.
Mm.
Lee, what are you doing? What are you doing, Rowdy Row? It's really funny how over time you just talk to them like they're people. And they pick up on it too, which is the funniest part, I find. We sometimes have some dogs in our office if they need some special treatment, maybe if they had a little injury, or some of the pets of our guides and people who work here stay there. And then we come into the office and the garbage bin is just pulled over and all over the floor. And you can just walk in and you can say, "Who did this?" And then you see this one dog going down to the ground. And then it's like, well, usually it's Bailey actually. And it's Bailey, get out of here. They always give it away. G, thumb, G, yeah, you got it, buddy. Good boy. That's it. And whoa, dogs. Right now the anchor is in and they are attached to the front because the other dogs will pass it.
But when we do adopt you, I always adopt with no plans.
Ready, hike up! Okay, dogs. Okay. Yeah, and with Norton and Mac, you can just see how much. Rowdy, what are you doing? Rowdy. Hup, that's it. Yeah, with those guys, you can just see how much they love it. They don't have anything, like they are not attached to anything, but they just stick around up there. They wait for me to take off.
And then they want to run.
Yeah. And they want to be part of this team. Like,
Exactly.
right now, they're like, oh, we're part of the pack.
Makes sense. Yay.
You guys
Should I run with you?
Oh, you can if you want to.
All right.
You don't have to. It's just this little bit of uphill. The funny thing about that is that I'm so used to it that you don't even think about it anymore. It's like when you're driving a car, like you don't think about when you accelerate.
Right, right.
And do it, yeah. And it's really good because I'm not that much of a runner. But when I'm out here with the dogs, I run all the time and I don't even notice it. And then I get to come home and eat all the chocolate in the world.
There you go.
You guys have dogs at home at all?
No, we live in a small apartment, so we have a very giant cat. He's like a Maine Coon.
Okay.
So we want big dogs. We just need the space for it in a couple years.
Yes.
For them to run, of course.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's good to be aware of that and consider that before you take a dog anyway.
Yeah.
Too many people get like gigantic dogs in like a tiny apartment in the city, and it just doesn't seem fair to the to the dog.
We see that a lot. It doesn't make sense to us.
No.
But we love them. I love really all animals.
Yes. Yeah, I would love to have a dog, but I am always traveling and not sure what my next step is. So it's just... Come on, Guns. Come on. There we go. Gunner pulling the sled. Look at you go, Gunner. Even on the way back. He's such a furry coat that when it gets a little bit too warm, like he doesn't run and pull that much anymore.
Right. It's also nice when the dogs are a little bit older and wiser. They don't cause that much trouble with other dogs anymore.
Yeah. And they also just have really established their position in the pack.
Mm-hmm.
And they know, each other know, let them know by the way he looks at them and the way he stands, and other dogs are like, okay. And
the alpha.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you will see more submissive dogs. They're like, okay, like me, so they're gonna roll on the ground in front of him and give him kisses. And
Wow.
That's really interesting in the summer when they have their nice big holiday and they're not working. We do let them out in the yard, and they get to hang out with each other and socialize. And then it's also really interesting to observe certain dynamics. And
Right.
like I said, like you can work with a lot of dynamics as well, like Pear, Growling, and Norton, and like when he was like right in between those guys, and then if I sit right next to them and like kind of force them to like push them together, and
Yeah.
I just tell them that they're good, and then they're like, okay, we're good.
Yeah.
And that's what we do in the summer a lot as well. We had Rowdy that didn't get along with Blue and Gandalf. And yeah, it's really helpful to have that summer where we train them as well, whether that's just with their personalities or exercising them.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
And pulling the sled is easy for them. It's kind of like, for us guides, like driving the sled is easy,
Right.
but it's working with your dog